how did a South London boy become a partner in a top 50 law firm? I grew up in Streatham and I went to a comprehensive school in Clapham. It's a school called Henry Thornton. And the best thing I can say about school was that it's a school where you got life experience, not academic experience. A lot of people went to prison, had problems. It really wasn't a good environment to learn. So my exam results at school were mediocre, and that was disappointing to me, and I thought I needed a change. So I went, at 16 I left and went to Westminster College. I did quite well in my A-levels and decided that I would study law instead of economics. And I got a 2-1, and I thought, great, got a 2-1 from a decent university, definitely going to get a training contract, no problem. Mistake. Actually, I didn't plan during the course of my degree about getting a job. I didn't go out and get any experience, work experience in the law. So that's mistake number one. It took me 3 years after doing my degree to get a training contract. I think it was over 400 applications I made. I actually kept all the letters that I sent out in a wallet to show my choice. After 3 years, I actually got a training contract at London Transport. And when I started out on this journey trying to get a training contract, it never occurred to me that somewhere like London Transport, or somewhere like the government, or somewhere like local authority, or somewhere like businesses had their own legal departments. Why I'm telling you this is because although many of you may not be aspiring lawyers, but what you need to do is have a plan. Make sure you have a plan. Make sure you explore all the options. So I just looked at working in city firms because, well, that's where all the money is, and you know it's all very prestigious, etc., etc. But explore the options. Don't just stick to where the money is, because actually you've got to actually do something you're actually interested in. As a career. And the other thing as well is nowadays there are lots of organisations that can help you. So within the legal sphere there's the Black Solicitors Network, which I'm a board member of. There's also Rare Recruitment, Aspiring Solicitors. There are a number of organisations that help us, ethnic bodies now, in trying to get into senior positions within the financial world, within the legal world, within the media, etc., etc. So make the most of those opportunities. So I stayed at London Transport for 6 years, and I moved to Royal Mail after 6 years. And my second mistake was staying at London Transport too long. I was too comfortable there. The job became one which I could do in my sleep. I felt like I wasn't growing. I didn't really extend myself, and certainly for the last couple of years, I really didn't feel like I was going anywhere. You should never be in a job where you are comfortable. And I don't mean that in a bad way, I mean that you need to be continually challenging yourself. And if you're not challenging yourself, are you growing? Have you got something more to give? Have you got something to say, for example, you lost your job tomorrow, what could you say that you've done in this job that you could then give to another employer, or which you could give to another company? If you've just been doing the same thing for the last 3 or 4 years and not growing, somebody looking at you is going to think, well, this person, they're just, they're quite lazy, they're not ambitious, they're not trying to sort of challenge themselves. Why would I employ that person? So you really need to continually try to grow yourself. Royal Mail, that was a really good experience most of the time. I was part of a very strong team of employment lawyers. I was involved in lots of interesting work. I got involved in preventing strikes during the early 2000s in Royal Mail. I led the company in relation to advising on discrimination issues. So at that time, there's discrimination on age discrimination was coming into the UK, and I had to review all the policies and revise all the policies and talk about it to the whole company. I got a real good grounding in employment law at Royal Mail, but I did have some setbacks there. One of the setbacks I had was that I didn't get promoted to a more senior position within the legal department. And that was quite hard to take. But again, looking back on it, the reason why, I think part of the reason why was because I didn't get promoted, because I wasn't visible enough to the right people within the organisation. Because I think we as black people, we tend to think that if we work hard, our work itself will just show for itself, and therefore we will automatically get promoted because we're doing good work. It's obvious we should get promoted. It doesn't work that way. You need to be your own self-publicist. You need to be able to sort of talk about what you do. And, you don't want to be arrogant, but you need to actually, if you do something, a good piece of work, you need to make sure that the right people are hearing about that. So when it comes to promotions, people know what you've done. And you also need to get the right sponsorship within your organisations. And what do I mean by sponsorship? Those people who, more senior people than you, that when you're not in the room, they're your advocate. They're the person who's saying, well, actually, Paul, I think he's done this, this, and this, and therefore I think he should get promoted. Or we really, really should be giving him a bit more work on discipline because he's done a really good job. You need those people. It's not easy. I'm not saying it's easy, but you need. Again, another mistake at Royal Mail was, again, I think for the last 18 months, 2 years, again, I was starting to coast again. But an opportunity came up because a fellow colleague of mine, he left Royal Mail in early 2006, and within about 6 months, he called me up and said, would you be interested in working in private practice? Well, I'd never worked in private practice before. And I thought, well, why not? And then I met the senior partner at the firm, and we had a chat, and they offered me a job. They offered me a job as an associate, and my first thing was, well, I've learned from my mistakes in the past, but I have a 3-year plan. My 3-year plan is to become a partner within 3 years. And so in year 2, I applied for partnership. And I didn't get it. And I was quite disappointed, but the firm was quite good to me because they did 2 things that really helped me. Firstly, the managing partner came down, didn't have to do this, came down from Liverpool, that's where my firm is, the headquarters is, and he spent an hour and a half and sort of went through why I didn't get partnership that year. And then secondly, they had a coaching scheme where I was assigned a coach who would talk me through the things that I needed to do and demonstrate during the course of the next year. So if I applied again, I could sort of show that in my application and show that when I went for my partnership. And that worked, because I got a partnership in 2009, so I've been a partner for almost 10 years at Waitman's. One of the things that again, my regrets in terms of things I should have done when I was younger was when I was made partner. I think the elation of being made partner, I just thought, okay, just get on with the job. Actually, what I should have done was stop at that point and said, right, what's my next plan? And I think I allowed myself sort of 2 years of self-indulgence with the fact that I was a partner. And again, you need to be continually planning and evolving. You can't sit still. The world is continually changing now, and if you just sit still, you're going to end up a failure. So you can't afford to do that. So things in terms of tips that I would give for those who are starting out or embarking on a career or wanting to progress their career are, there may be some students here. So if you're a student, study a subject you really enjoy. And I know that's easier said than done in terms of the financial climate now, in terms of fees, etc. But I know you should really try and do something you enjoy rather than just doing something for a vocation, because actually you're never going to have this time again. And if you're just doing something for a vacation, you're not actually going to do your best. So try and do something that you enjoy. Make sure you have plans and continue updating those plans as you go on and progress in your career. And whenever you're doing a piece of work for somebody, once you're in a job, make sure it's the best piece of work that you can do, so that they'll keep coming back to you. And also, again, I was talking to somebody yesterday, And what they said is actually show enthusiasm, show that you really want to do the work, even if it's the most dullest piece of work going, because they will then be more encouraged to give you more work going forward. So make sure you're enthusiastic. One of the things that I didn't realise or didn't really appreciate properly is you need to network, and that's both internally within your organisation and amongst your peer group. So for me, I'm a member of the Employment Lawyers Association, and actually I'm chairing one of their committees. And that's given me so much exposure to a number of different things that if I hadn't done that role, I wouldn't have. And I'm invited to so many different events. Again, if I hadn't had that role, I wouldn't be invited. So get out there and, you know, network. Make sure that, I mean, today you're going to meet all sorts of people. I mean, make sure you network with all these people, because you never know when you're going to need one of you, each other. And I don't mean that in a bad way, I mean that in actually a business sense. It's important. I mean, as I say, when I was a student, we never had any of this. We never had the opportunity to learn from others. So once you are in a position, make sure you do give back.